This day 1680 Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. They're doing Emin Ezer. Simon Base, Sifim Dalit to Yudzayin. These are very long Sifim today. Uh, possibly long. Yudal is probably, as I said yesterday, the longest one I've ever seen. Yudal. Arukh Chazal. Shakash Baruch Shvatim Shito Shlei Mitar Tchil. Shakash Baruch Hu purifies the Shvatim. The Shevet of Levi will be the first one to be purified. Shemar B'Yasham Mitzvah. The refiner will sit the Mitahar Kesef, and those who purify the silver, Vitias, Bnei Levi, and they will purify the children of Levi. Vizikeko some Kizab, and we find them like gold, Kesef, like silver, Vayol Hashem, and Kishem Nechav. They will be for God those who bring the karbanos with righteousness. Pasuk Malachi, Gimel Pasuk Gimel. Zeyeh, Lasi Lava, this being the eventual future of Darshod. They also expound, My B'Gish Mincha B'Tzedakah. What does it mean that they will bring the mincha with righteousness? It's actually your dashin is it's charitableness. Tzedakah Hakadosh Baruch Hu saw Hakadosh Baruch did a charity with Am Yisrael. Shishpach Nitma, a family which got mixed in, despite having illegitimacy in it, is mixed in. It's my meaning. Also, Mishpach Nisar Bem Sulim Mamzan. Families which are intermingled people who have a deficiencies such as Mamzerim, Machmas O Shlam. They got mixed in because they were rich and they were able to persuade people to marry them, regardless of their deficits. Lonis Vadu, they did not become known. V'nibuku b'hem harbei mishparas miso, and many Jewish families clung to them. Lo yidleim hakadosh baruch hu Yisrael, Hashem will not separate them from Yisrael. L'shin b'nitmu, once they got mixed in, they got mixed in. V'zamru kesav mitayim mezameir mamzerim. That's why they said money purifies mamzerim. It's a cynical statement, but there's truth to it. Meaning also Hamzayim Shadayim money Sar Yisrael Velukra, those Hamzayim through their money it became mixed in with Am Yisrael and were not recognized. And this is what the Rambam writes at the end of his magnum opus, Yad Chazaka, Melachim Perigud Beis Halo Gimel V'Yemei HaMashiach. In the days of the King Messiah, Yisrael people all of Am Yisrael will find their lineage on his say-so. Ruach HaKodesh with divine spirit, which will devolve upon him. The refiner will sit and purify with Gomer. The descendants of Levi, the ones who purified first. It says, Zem Yuchas Kohen, the Mashiach will say, this one is a Kohen with a pedigree. Zem Yuchas Levi, this one is a Levi with a pedigree. And those that don't have these pedigrees are rejected to the level of Yisrael. And he only ascribes to the Shiftei Yisrael the Shvatim, which they are part. Which one's this Shevet? One says that's Shevet. Don't say one which is assumed to be kosher that he is a mamzer or an evet. Because the halacha is that family which got mixed in. Akan Lashona. Because the Rambam Zeh Alos, he loved it. Sounds like this Rambam wrote this on the eventual future. Because it's being down on the halachas of lineage of relevant are they in age. Shav ain't no get a cloud on the din Zeh. So this halachas not relevant to us in our day and age at all. I have a look in because what I'm saying is Zeh but not the rabbis didn't write this way. This way they write. Pshitulon Shem Ben Elam Hazalim Mashiach. It's clear to us no difference between this world and in other words, prior to the Mashiach and days of Mashiach, limits is in terms of mitzvah anything. There's no limits. There's in the She'elio lo yigale. Yishbal some time just like we said, Elio, it's not going to be the families which got mixed in. Alpha P. Shekulim you glues lefanav, even though they'll all be apparent to him. Afano ain't a lino galosum, so we do not have a covenant upon us to reveal them. Lo Rashim Makach, we're not permitted to do so. It's the Ran. And Rabbeinu Yonis Kohen. Orkasav, he also writes, Echem Rishon, when Rishon writes, the Rishon is managed in our nation, Orach Yom is Arvu, Psapsuim, Mkshem, that over the length of time, those are possible, got mixed up with those are kosher. Amar Chacham, Chacham said, Kom Mishpachash, Nitma, any family got mixed in, Va'areyu, Bechaz Kesher, it's considered to be kosher, however, it's Arab, Psuli, Midas, since they didn't deliberately get mixed up with the people who have deficiencies. They got Mishpachas, and to most. We don't reveal which time it's going to mix in. Amagam Absulim. We do reveal those who are outright apostles. Which are not going to mix in. And we make pronouncements concerning them so that the kosher people will be careful not to intermarry with them. So therefore, a person does not be concerned in our day and age from any other than the explicit psulim which are known to us in our days. The Riyaz. Misha Dash Psula, somebody who knows, however, that a family is possible, and Rashayla Kaloisa, no, however. Mishadeb is a statement. Sheb Sul Sami knows the family is possible. And Shagalosa is not allowed to reveal it. Yechinam Hakshera. Should leave an assumption of kashrus. Losi Lava, the eventual future, Abishiba Dadavar. Even though it's going to become known, you take share, it's going to be kosher because the way got mixed in. Ever sure that it's possible he should reveal it to the people able to keep it secret. They should adapt him that they should not, no, it's not just that people who are stewing here also means people who are the Hashem on a high level. They should lead Bukobam so they should not cling to these families. Abi Shima, you need Buckingham, even though if they're connected with these families without any awareness, it wouldn't be a prohibition at all. But since this prodigy is not designated for holiness and for purity, because Hashem only bestows His divine presence on families which have a pedigree in Am Yisrael. Kasha Davaglos, it's appropriate to reveal this. That's when it says there, Hashem is another family of dubious character. Did not want to reveal it. Do give over the identity of this family to their students. That's the wrong interpretation. Like Chosel be Yisrael, the others by Yisrael. Avaquanim Levim, but Quanim Levim, all bets are off. But Kochim Yichum Yichitasim, they're going to be pushed aside from their parameters. It says, and then it says the Keiko Sankazov Kesem, they're going to be fine like gold and silver. It came in Pupsu Lakuna, Levia, therefore, if there's a question of being Pasul Lakuna for Levia, Rashai Galos. Or may reveal this. English Omar, you can't ask and say, how with what heter can they allow these families to remain kosher? There's no difference between this world and the days of Mashiach. Uh, not sure exactly what he's asking. And when Mashiach comes, anyway, I guess, and we'll know how can we leave them kosher because they're still possible, because the mitzvahs still apply. I think that's what he's asking. So he says, I'll tell you why. Because according to Shirley law, any member of the family is mutter. Who is fake, it's like a double suffix, which is part in suffix psul, as we shall explain when we talk about a person who's a doubtfully deficient. She's tired of Mishpach got mixed up in a family. Who's who? Hello, Lo B'Shemayim. Torah's not in heaven. They done it in the Torah, but Ruach HaKodesh. You don't adjudicate matters of the Torah based on the Ruach HaKodesh. Kain Medina Mutar. So according to the letter of law, he's permitted. Lachein Yichus HaKodesh Baruch HaMishpachas Merabos. Lachein Yachus. Then Hashem will have mercy al Mishpachas Merabos. On families got mixed up with deficient individuals. The time is going to purify them. Levad Shevin Levi. Besides Shevin Levi, Shumuchan LaAvodas, Beis Hamikdash, who is designated for the service of the Hamikdash. Osa Yitaru, his koko, they will be purified and refined. Yitzarfu, and the dross removed, kesef like gold and silver. Vein lak shos, you can't ask the fees according to Kohanach Bedikos Bedoros Isha. All those checks in the lineage of the women that we spoke about yesterday. How are they applicable? Since they're all going to be kosher in the eventual future. And also now we're now to be. So why would he bother checking? It's true. But we talked about it specifically when there was a complaint against the family. Oh, when there's a complaint against the family, and it's also going to the letter of the law. Actually, you check her out. But Kohen Vadai, the only subbulabdika Kohen so she can marry without checking. Apollo even there's no complaint. Which because I'm a seafood base, Kalko Zaro Lassi that is not ruin his children in the eventual future. Kohanim b'kshim tzupsul, because Kohanim, if they find a deficiency, b'achrechi part of me, some they suddenly be separated from their kahuna. K'mosh kosav. Footing Levi roy daktiv he much as bar Levi also one should be meticulous based on what we explained. It says in Chagos Mekoik and the Beis Shmuel. Tesla Kosa Ramam Zal Ramam writes in the Israel breaking Tesla Kosa Abish Kom Mishpachos B'Cheskas Kashu is saying even though all families are considered to be kosher, mutar l'isar kohen l'chatchila, and allowed to go even preferentially and go marry for them. Mikol kol never shtei mishpachos hamizgar zu b'zu tamid. Two families are constantly feuding with each other. Hatfields and the McCoys. Or mishpachli baals matzah meriva tamid, or a family which is constantly causing strife in the business. Or ishu marba tamid meriva makol, an individual constantly start picking fights with everybody. Who as panim, and he's Rabbi Yosef, he's very brazen. Chesed and we're concerned that maybe there's some issue there. For this time, it's appropriate to distance from them. She'ela and simone pasus. These are simone pasus when people cause strife in the business. The chen called paisel achem tamid. Those are somebody who always accuses others of being pasul. Conscious and Shem Sul Mishpachas of Yichim, such as the cast aspersions on individuals and on families individuals. So Emerlam Shem Mamzer. It said about them that they're Mamzer. Cheshim Lo Shem Mamzer. We're concerned maybe he's a Mamzer. He says that they are Avadim. Cheshim Lo Shem Evedu. We assume maybe he's an Eved. Shkla place up a muma place out. Very famous quote. Anybody rejects with his own deficiency. Who's pointing himself to anybody who has brazenness, is cruelty, but somebody doesn't test people, and he does not engage in loving kindness. We're afraid maybe he's a Gibeonite. Shemini Yisrael, which is possible call. Shemani Yisrael, Am Kadosh, because the signs of Israel, who are the holy nation, is very Shanim. They're easily embarrassed, Rachmanim. They're easily provoked to mercy, and they do much kindness. And quote from the Rambam. Because of a Kohen, who as panim, a Kohen who's brazen, that's different. As panim tzas, they were brazen. Lechash is not concerned. The thief Amcha Mekirive Kohen says, Pasuk share dal. Your nation's like those battling Kohanim. Nevertheless, if you constantly cause a strife, then we're concerned that maybe there's some deficiency there. Not if he has red hair. Well, red hair is intrinsically, combative. I get to say that because at least I used to have red hair, red beard. Anyway, so the because of Marshal cites Vanil May Mizanir Boss Lachmir Ishbachs Miskor Zuzu. If today one of the Machmer families which fight with each other, Lohi Nachtem Ishbachal Avraham Avinu Shetei V'Ches Kash. You don't have a single family in the center of Abraham Avinu who are going to be assumed to be kosher. You have an insane Arabim. And great iniquity is that the generation is busted. Vein Moreh. There are no Rabbanim who have power. Elam is Gari Mishpachal Zubas and families are constantly fighting with each other. Yeah. Bummer, huh? Therefore, it seems that even somebody who can cast aspersions on other families, and says, Apostle, we're not concerned to say that he is apostle. The generation is busted, and Murga is accustomed to this. We're concerned with his family. Only he's vinegar, son of wine. Don't extrapolate the other man's family. Marshall said this several generations ago. It's only true about our generations, and we can say this many generations later from the Arukh HaShulchan, certainly today. Tezayin, Kaimalon, we hold the shtika godah dami. Silence is like confession. She'll say when they complain against a person, he has some deficiency, and he's silent. Choshim said we're concerned. Since it's fine, maybe it's true. Because the Ram wrote this Kosh Koil Mamser, everybody is called Mamser, remain silent, or nothing, or Gibeonite, which shows say he's been silent, or Cholam, that's great from Kuna, which shows describe, or nothing, which shows say that he's a Gibeonite, and he's quiet. Oh no, I went back away. Or Evan, he's a slave, which I say, Choshla Mishmachto, we're concerned about him and his family. They don't see him, we don't marry them, and they came Bodkim Mushmir unless you do the B'dikos, which he mentioned. Now, Shara V'Gamlo, Amina, Midashasa, who Shemaim knows who Apostle Chol Mishpachto Kshem. We also say since he was silent, he must be the part most problematic, and the rest of the family is. Okay? Ela Chashash Mishpacha Gankesh is a concern with the entire family. I think because of his silence. Avi Yeshua says Phil Adrab. But this is where I would say the exact opposite. Call Mishishoisek if somebody's silent, seemingly Chuso, a sign that he is of a higher pedigree. Kaval Adam Sheves Mirib. It's an honor for a person to refrain from fighting. That's That's Chazal say he's silent. We're concerned about his lineage. That's when he was a complaint from this on the family. It was a lie. He would not quiet in this manner. He starts this quiet. Shema must be concedes to the complaint. But on the contrary, sounds clear to who apostle. He's the apostle Shebach in the family. We see Basel Yotza Ira, and his account of complaint came out. And the rest of the family is kosher. Um, um, okay, so in that case, going back to the first shot. Um, um, because you have difficult a gam below even without signs came the zero since the complaint came out. Right, so Bdika requires checking. And the bam Messachai gam below money Bdika came and showed up. In this case, the checking doesn't work since he concedes the point. Mashbacha ain't Sarah Bdika, and you don't have to check the rest of the family. If you're going to say checking is effective, there's a difference in karo also suffix mamzer. They call him a suffix dubious mamzer, or suffix chol a dubious chol. Chen yotzar yur, and that's how the complaint came out. The below shesika, without the signs, im nisa sachasim neim mishpacha, one of them necessarily married lotetei should not get divorced, and they'd have a fake because he's born. It's a double suffix, as we shall see. Abishtika they say below beer, but if there's silence, then she go out without any checking into it. It's like a confession that he's possible. That's one opinion, but there are other rabbis who hold that silence is meaningless. That which Chazal would consider silence, it's not silent when they call him another puzzle. In other words, he's inconsistent. So when they call him another psul, this psul is quiet. The emetzu, since he doesn't repudiate this one and he repudiates other ones, it must be it's true. That's from Rashi. You're trying. Because I've been Ramah. Ramah writes. Because of psul and the Batzmo, also the deficiency which was relevant to him. Ali must himself there is if they wanted to cast aspersions on his children. In front of him, Shoistik is quite it's meaningless. You made me slightly concerned. We should be Akasha. Actually, that's a call because even there's a room which came on previously. His silence does not add on to the psul. I mean, next if you consider his silence to be like a confession, never so the campus gain more about us, buddy, what? His confession does not work on children even on children in terms of Bechora. When the child is still be kosher, everybody agrees that his confession is not effective. Moshe is very in doubt. Kosher should be seen by Alma alone is nifsu bottom. It's only in generic silence. The children are possible. V'lo chashin shchotz nagat in the silence. It's not the mumble on his breath the whole time. Ba'ata supposed to be male bottom of solid. If we pass them, his children will pass automatically. Kam kid as well. Come to Shapsula Bonav Lo Atzmo, when the psul is on his children, not on him. The other way around. And she goes to gloom, his silence is not meaningless. Okay, that's the end for today, even though we're in the middle of an issue. But we'll continue tomorrow.